remain precise, ask specific question. Now, there are times we assume that parents might be knowing the technical part and they exactly ask the precise question. But sometimes they are not able to ask the precise question. So that's where either I step in or you well, it happens. My experience has been it's better to let them ask. And if there are cases where the parent may keep on doing a ongoing discussion, we need to discourage that. So you need to be short and precise with the answer. So I can take up the next one. Otherwise, what happens is that it gets into a regular chat without realizing that there are other parents waiting to ask a question.
Right. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We will let parents pose questions in the middle, and you can interrupt and let them pose their questions, and we will answer. And if you're finally getting into an involved discussion, you can interrupt and say, let's carry on. There are more people. Okay. If you find that there is, what I wanted to really do was run you through my presentation so you would know the content. So if anyone was asking a question that was going to be coming back later, we could have just told them that this is going to come in later. But that's okay. I'll say that in case there's someone who's preempting my presentation, then we will just tell them hold their guns and I will do it. In the past, I have made really technical presentations about immunity and the immune system, and people have not been interested in it. So what I've done is all the slides that are related to the leukocytes and phagocytes, I've pushed back. If someone asks me, I'll bring them forward and answer their questions. Okay. I've left it to be really practical because I'm told that majority will be parents of very young children, infants and children. So I don't want to get them into what immunoglobules are or what the immune system is, what the lymph system is. So I've got all that information, but only if someone asks me will I get it.
Yeah, that's better because we are dealing directly with the parents who may not be aware of the technical things. It's better to use the easy to understand language, and I encourage people to ask questions in Hindi or English. If the question is asked in Hindi, you can answer in Hindi. And if somebody needs to, it could be that the problem is related to my child also, but I can't understand Hindi. So if there is a case, then we request the parents, if somebody needs, we need a fast translation in short.
Yes.
So that can be done.
Yes, absolutely. Hindi, English is perfect. If they need anything else, then we will ask others to check. Okay. Or
so some questions started coming and I just saw it, wanting to know multivitamin, so recommend kar do. Now we are not doctors, so we can't recommend, but then this is something which we have to address at least. That what is the role of multivitamins, which I hope you will be covering in bits and pieces. And we are not the right people, but yes, it is required. So based on my understanding of immunity, I will either rephrase the question or I myself will keep on nudging you towards an answer.
Absolutely.
So there are times when parents may not ask the question, but I will try to nudge you towards the answer.
Right. So I am very happy to talk about the multivitamin that has worked with me and with my family and with close friends who've tried it. And I will preempt it with that I am not a medical doctor, but this is what has worked for me. If you want to, go ahead, try. Okay, because these medicines, these particular brands and names are all vegan. They have been derived from non-milk sources, and therefore they help more in people who are vegetarians. And it's worked miraculously in my case, so I'm very happy to share that. Okay. I also have share screen option, and what I'll be doing is I'll be share screening my presentation with people. So if you feel that anyone is having any trouble, just ask them to let me know.
Okay, that parents will either mention it. So I'll just set some ground rules for all the parents so they follow. I'm just waiting. There are 77 participants, 78 now.
Right.
So we have another 3 minutes to go. We start at sharp 3.
Sorry? Yeah, we'll start at 3. Absolutely. And you as the host will be allowing and admitting parents, or will Brinda be doing it?
Both of us can do it. So Brinda is also doing it. I am also doing it. We have 82 parents now. Some have left and they might join back.
They must have seen me and said, "Oh, फिर से आ गई."
कोई बात नहीं.
फिर से वही पानी बिजली के बारे में बोले कि चलो चलो छोड़ो छोड़ो. इसकी बकवास बहुत सुनी. Okay.
Parents, I'm addressing it to you all. All the parents. Wait a minute. Yeah. Why? Tell me.
Can they hear?
Yeah. They can hear our conversation.
Okay.
There is an iPhone user who have raised the hands. This way we will not know who is the person because there can be multiple iPhone users. So please leave the conference, edit your name as real name and then join back. To all the users, somebody has raised hand. The name I'm seeing is iPhone. There can be multiple iPhones. So we will not take up any question from anybody who does not have the real name there. Please use your real name. To do that, you will have to leave this meeting and in the setting, edit your own real name and then join back by clicking the link. That's how you will be able to do it. So iPhone user, I am telling you specifically, and I'm lowering your hand. To all the parents, this is done. Please follow this rule. We have 83 parents right now, and we have another 1 minute to go. Okay, so just to check that the audio is working perfectly fine, all the parents unmute your mic and say hello. All the parents unmute your mic and just say hello. So we just want to check that audio is reaching everyone.
Why don't you unmute her?
Parents, you need to unmute your mic, or can you hear us all? No reply. Need to check with somebody. Can you hear us?
They didn't have permission to unmute themselves. I've just given them that permission.
Hello.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, hi, we can hear you.
Hello.
Hello, Ranjan ji.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, sir.
Hello,
Hello.
my name is Rajiv Rana and I am from Jammu.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. This is Amarjit Singh Anand from Jalandhar.
Hello, Sukha from Jalandhar.
Rajiv Rana from Jammu.
Hello, I am Dr. Raskumari.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Tejal from Rajkot.
Hello, I am Charanjeet from Bhubaneswar.
Hello.
I am Randeep from Kashmir. Hello.
I am Preeti from Bhubaneswar.
Maninder from Himshik.
Hello,
I am Madhu from London.
I am Uma Bansal from Delhi.
I am Choitali from Kolkata.
Hina Bansali from Mumbai.
मैं विजयवाड़ा जाना
Hi, I'm Rupali from Chennai.
Hi, I'm Alpa from Ahmedabad.
Hi, I'm Akanksha from Raipur.
Hello, I'm PS Burde from Mumbai.
Hi, I'm already.
मम्मा से हमने अनम्यूट कर दिया है।
Shalini, you need to unmute yourself if you can hear me.
Hi, Shalini Rashmi from Delhi. Sorry for some reasons.
Hi, Rashmi. Yes, Ranjan. You need to unmute yourself now if you can hear me.
To all the parents, we are setting some ground rules. People are free to ask their question at the end of the session. The questions are allowed in Hindi, यानी कि आप हिंदी में भी क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं, उसका आंसर हिंदी में दिया जाएगा. And people who will ask their question in English will be answered in English. Now listen carefully. If somebody does not understand Hindi or English, just ask in the chat that I want to understand a particular topic in Hindi or English. We will try to translate it in short and then move forward. During the presentation, everybody will remain muted and you don't even have to raise your hand or ask your question. Just take a notepad and a pen and keep on noting down the points which Dr. Shalini is presenting. And after the presentation is over, we will take all the questions one by one. To take the questions, you simply have to raise your hands. And that is the time when I will call the names and each parent will unmute their mic and ask your question to Dr. Shalini directly. You just keep in one thing in mind, that while asking a question, just understand that you only ask the question or not get into this secondary discussion, because there are other questions, there are other parents also waiting their question to be answered. So I welcome Dr. Shalini Gupta from Bangalore. Please welcome everybody. And Shalini, over to you. Please start.
Hi, everyone. I am addressed as Dr. Shalini here. Please note, I am not a medical practicing doctor. I have a PhD in management, which is why I have the title of doctor. But all I'm going to talk to you about today is from my personal experiences. I am a parent, and a parent whose child was blessed enormously with all kinds of medical issues. And medical science did not always have the answers for all the problems she was facing. She's 18 plus now, and touch wood, except for an occasional cold and cough, we keep ourselves quite safe. So hence this award of an expert in immunity. So let me try and take you quickly through what I believe to be the tenets of building immunity in children blessed with Down syndrome. I will run through all the information and try and cover it in 15, at the most 20 minutes. I will skip out on technical terminologies of the immune system, but if there is anyone who has an interest in it, please do not hesitate to ask, because there has been some serious studies that I have done to understand what immunity and the immune system is all about. That said, I will share a presentation. I hope all of you are able to see it. But Ranjan explained to me that some of you will be using your mobile cameras for the Zoom call. Hence, I will also read out the contents of the presentation so that all of you through the audio route can hear what is there on the presentation. Okay? So we go start. Ranjan, is that fine?
Yeah, start sharing. We will see the screen. No, it's not yet visible. Now it is being shared. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
All right. So, welcome
Can you run it
everyone.
full screen?
This is full screen. I'll try and make it full.
Okay.
Myself.
Yeah, make it full screen.
That's as much as it's going, Ranjan.
No, I mean to say the PowerPoint presentation, the slide to run full screen. You need to play the slideshow, then it will go full screen. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great. All right. So here's my introduction to you. The Art Sanctuary is a social venture that I have created a year or so back to work with children with intellectual challenges. So let's start. What is immunity? Immunity is nothing. It's simply the balanced state of our body in which foreign infections, where do the foreign infections come from? Viruses, bacteria and fungi, can be fought off effectively. So to understand this better, हमारे देश की एक्सटर्नल बाउंड्री पे हम अपने आप को पाकिस्तान, चाइना, श्रीलंका, बांग्लादेश से प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं थ्रू आवर आर्मी. तो आप ये समझ सकते हैं कि जो हमारा इम्यूनिटी है वो वही स्टेट ऑफ बैलेंस है जिसमें हिंदुस्तान आज है. अगर हमारे ऊपर वायरसेस, बैक्टीरिया, फंगाई, दैट मीन्स पाकिस्तान, चाइना, बांग्लादेश अटैक करेंगे, तो जो आर्मी हमें प्रोटेक्ट करेगी, दिस इज द सेम आर्मी which comprises of the immune system. So the body has a right to protect itself, has an ability to protect itself from diseases and allergies, and this system is called the immune system. And what I want to do for the first time is talk about both physical and emotional immunity building. I hear from parents with much older children with Down syndrome that we land up facing a lot of mental depression related issues, and hence I am attempting to counteract those issues also through this presentation in a small way. What is the importance of immune system? So repeating myself once again, it's the first line of defense against all toxins. It protects us from all diseases, and it also removes all foreign substances, even malignant cells. Please understand that in most understanding of the human body, cancer is also an immunity related issue, and hence removing all malignant cells as they start coming into the body, as they start growing and appearing for the first time, is a function of your immune system. So if as parents we ensure that we build a robust immune system in our children, we will make sure that our children stay safe physically and emotionally. In Down syndrome, the ability to fight back the attack from these viruses, bacteria and fungi may be restricted or impaired due to, now please understand this very carefully, when I say that the immunity is impaired, this is not something that is true every child or young adult with Down syndrome. This may be restricted for some, and most of the time, our children have a lot of upper respiratory tract infections. They may not necessarily be because of a malfunctioning immune system. They could simply be because of the physiological features that every Down syndrome child with Down syndrome or a young adult with Down syndrome has or is blessed with to different degrees. That is the oral cavity. You all understand that the palate is much raised, because of which the nasal cavity is the nose bridge is non-existent. Now what this does is that the nasal cavity and the passage is restricted. We all know that our children have these issues. The ear canals are at a different angle, as a result of which the drainage of the ear canal, of the fluid from the ear canal is restricted. So because of these physiological features, your children will be prone to catching colds and coughs, upper respiratory tract infections faster than a neurotypical child. So my presentation will tell you how to ensure that these physiological features do not come in the way of creating an immune issue. But more than just these physiological features, we have an impaired antibody production happening in the body. So all the foreign particles that come into the body are called antigens, and the system fights all these invaders through producing antibodies. Antibodies are nothing but white blood cells. You all have seen your blood reports of your children. They have the RBC count and the white blood cell count, and under the white blood cells you have neutrophils, eosinophils, you have leukocytes, lymphocytes. So all these are white blood cells, and antibodies are the lymphocytes and the leukocytes that are being produced to fight off the foreign bodies. We also sometimes, research has shown that there are suboptimal responses from the immune system. When an infant is vaccinated, sometimes the vaccine, two things will happen. Sometimes the vaccine has been shown to take longer to show an impact. So as a result of it, suppose I've given a vaccine on day 1. On day 7, a typical child, infant, would have obtained immunity from that vaccine. In the case of
Shalini, may I interrupt you?
Yes, please.
Shalini, your audio is going up and down. Can you be closer to the mic?
Okay. There you
it's
go.
Going up and down, so it's, yeah.
So, so the child with Down syndrome might be able to achieve full immunity from the vaccination, not 7 days, but 10 days down the line or 14 days down the line. So this is called a suboptimal response from the immune system. When there is a trigger, the rate at which the antibodies are produced could be slower in a child blessed with Down syndrome as compared to someone else. Hence, it is of utmost importance to facilitate the body through our own actions. Look, this is what our system is given. And what we need to do as parents is ensure that that system is facilitated and our children fall sick less often. Okay, let's go to the next one. So now I'm starting with the steps that you can take to ensure that this happens. My pet subject, as most of you who know me will say, I really believe that if you eat the right food, if you eat the right kind of food at the right time, you will be pretty much safe and will not require medical intervention. So what do I mean by the right kind of food? I mean whole plant food, like fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and legumes. These are all rich in antioxidants and nutrients that help build immunity. Antioxidants in food will decrease inflammation. Please understand that all infection causes inflammation in the body. Inflammation could be either in the form of fever or in the form of rash. Every time you have this, it means that the body is trying antioxidants which are present in all fresh fruits and vegetables help you fight this inflammation and hence the infection. Understand please that chronic inflammation is linked to autoimmune disorders such as heart diseases, Alzheimer's, and even some cancers. I have a whole write-up on autoimmune disorders. So if there is anyone who's interested in that specific area of immunity, please let me know. I will walk you through that. Most nutrients like vitamins and minerals are found best in plant foods. There are a couple of vitamins that are missing in plant foods, and therefore, right at the end of my presentation, I will tell you about the kind of supplements that are required by most of our children blessed with Down syndrome. The fiber in plant foods is used by gut microbiome. I don't know how many of you understand this, but the gut is your small intestine and your large intestine. Primarily in the small intestine, we are told that there are trillions of bacteria which actually facilitate your health. So they call it the second brain of the body. The gut bacteria actually control your immune responses. And a healthy gut bacteria, which means a healthy colony of bacteria in your gut, can improve your immunity by preventing the harmful pathogens from entering your body. These are the bacteria that distinguish between the useful and the healthy nutrients. And what do they feed on? They feed on fiber. So the more
Shalini, sorry to interrupt. Your audio is going up and down and hardly audible. Well, we can hear, but we can't understand exactly what you are speaking.
Let me try and get earphones. This is the first time this has happened. Let me try and get earphones. One second.
Okay. Thanks, parents, for the feedback. So, in between, if you have to give the feedback, just in the chat box, just put the comments, and I will try to moderate.
Ranjan, can you hear me better now?
Quite low volume. Do you have an option to increase the volume?
Yeah. Is that better?
Your face.
Is that better?
It is better, but very low. Can you take the mic like this? And
Yeah, I've done that.
look at
I've
this,
done
what I'm
that.
doing. Yeah, now see something. Much better, much better. Perfectly. Perfect.
Let me do this.
Yeah, so that's what we would need. Yeah.
All right. Not an
Okay.
issue. Not an issue. Actually, the weather is really bad in Bangalore today. We might land up with a storm. So I'm sitting at a place where I have an inverter backup to my laptop. So maybe there could be a disturbance
Perfect,
because
perfect.
of the
Now
environment.
perfect audio.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, good. But perfect audio now, right now.
So I will just briefly touch upon what I just said. The first point in building your immunity is ensuring that your children get a whole plant food-based diet, which means having appropriate amount of fruits, raw vegetables, nuts, seeds, and legumes. I have explained why, but primarily please understand that not just giving these substances, these fruits and vegetables, but also ensuring that the timing is right. So for example, if you have to give your child fruits, please don't combine the fruits with their main meal. So, you know, like let's say you're giving them a piece of an orange, वो भाग आप उसको रोटी दाल चावल खाते समय मुंह में डालोगे तो उसका असर 1/10 रह जाएगा. इससे ज्यादा अच्छा होगा अगर खाना खाने से 1 घंटे पहले, दोपहर का लंच खाने से 1 घंटे पहले आप थोड़े से फ्रूट्स एक बोल में रख के बच्चे को खिला दीजिए एज अनुसार. ऐसे ही सैलेड्स आप मील से पहले खाएं तो बेहतर है. सैलेड्स को मॉर्निंग हाफ में खाएं तो बेहतर है, क्योंकि सेकेंड हाफ ऑफ द डे में बॉडी अपना एक्सपल्शन प्रोसेस शुरू कर चुकी होती है, तो उसमें एबिलिटी टू अब्सॉर्ब द न्यूट्रिएंट्स कम हो जाती है. नट्स और सीड्स, चाहे आमंड्स हो, कैश्यू नट्स हो, रेजन्स, वॉलनट्स, जो भी आपको नट्स खाने हैं, ये मॉर्निंग में बिफोर ब्रेकफास्ट खा लें तो बहुत अच्छा है. पेट खाली होगा, जितना प्रोटीन और हेल्दी फैट्स इसमें से बॉडी को अब्सॉर्ब करना है, वो आराम से अब्सॉर्ब कर पाएगा। ऐसी लेग्यूम्स के बारे में मैं आपको बताऊंगी, अ प्रोसेस कॉल्ड मॉल्टिंग एंड अ प्रोसेस कॉल्ड स्प्राउटिंग। आप प्लीज मुझे याद दिला दीजिएगा, टुवर्ड्स द एंड में ये टॉपिक को फिर से छेड़ूंगी। इससे क्या होगा कि अगर आप वेजिटेरियन डाइट पे हैं तो आपके बच्चे को लेग्यूम्स और लेंटिल्स, दालों में और राजमा चने से उतना ही लेवल ऑफ प्रोटीन बाय वेट मिलेगा जितना चिकन और नॉनवेज खा के मिलता है, प्लस उसके साथ आपको फाइबर भी मिल रहा है। मैं आपसे कह रही थी कि इम्यूनिटी बहुत क्लोजली लिंक्ड है गट हेल्थ से। इस गट हेल्थ को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए हम सब जानते हैं कि फर्मेंटेड फूड्स बहुत जरूरी हैं, जो कि गुड बैक्टीरिया होता है जिनमें। फर्मेंटेड फूड्स में हम क्या क्या इंक्लूड करेंगे, आप सब जानते हैं, दही, योगर्ट। इसके अलावा जो हम डोसा, इडली खाते हैं, उस सब में फर्मेंटेड दाल चावल होता है, जो कि अगेन हमको बहुत अच्छा गुड बैक्टीरिया प्रोवाइड करता है, प्रोबायोटिक्स प्रोवाइड करता है। अगर किसी वजह से आपका बच्चा दूध से फ्री डाइट पे है तो उसको जरूर कोई प्रोबायोटिक सप्लीमेंट दे दीजिए, क्योंकि प्रोबायोटिक्स बहुत जरूरी हैं। हेल्दी फैट्स एंड हेल्दी प्रोटीन्स, मैं अभी आपको कह रही थी कि सीड्स और नट्स में आपको दोनों मिलेंगे, बट इसके अलावा आपको जो आप ऑयल कुकिंग के लिए यूज करते हैं, कृपया करके जो रिफाइंड ऑयल के बारे में आप सुनते हैं, राइस ब्रांड, फॉर्चून का सोयाबीन, पता नहीं क्या क्या एड्स के साथ आते हैं, ऑलिव ऑयल, ये सब बंद कर दीजिए। बस ऑर्गेनिक कोल्ड प्रेस्ड ऑयल्स यूज करिए। केमिकली रिफाइंड ऑयल्स ऑलमोस्ट पॉइजन प्रोवाइड करते हैं आपकी बॉडी को। इफ यू कुक योर फूड इन द राइट काइंड ऑफ ऑयल्स, you will help boost your own body and your child's immune response to pathogens, because वो जो inflammation cause करते हैं artificial fats, वो inflammation होगा ही नहीं तो आपका immunity बढ़ेगी। Okay, next issue is on artificial sugars. बहुत हार्मफुल हैं, हमको मालूम है। हमको शुरू से, आई एम श्योर ऑल ऑफ यू हैव ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स who've told you don't eat so much sugar, milk is already sweet, why are you adding more sugar in it? Please understand that all processed food, packaged food, starting from your Lay's chips to all frozen packets that you buy, everything has sugar, because sugar is almost used like a preservative and a taste enhancer. Persons with Down syndrome are prone to being overweight and obese. Both of these, overweight and obesity, lead to reduced immunity. They're the leading cause of type 2 diabetes and heart diseases, we all know. So sugar and refined carbohydrates both result in increased inflammation in the body and hence weakening of the immunity. Please understand that all your child needs, depending on the age, an adult, an 18-plus-year-old individual needs only 2 tablespoons of sugar per day. Do not exceed this. और ये भी मैं इसलिए कह रही हूँ only because sugar is a fuel used by the brain to function. I know most of our children are either undergoing rigorous therapy or they're studying in school and all kinds of elements we're exposing them to. We need that sugar to keep their brain power intact. But otherwise, less of artificial sugar, more of natural sugar coming in from fruits is better. Processed foods, I mentioned this earlier, preservatives, colors, all impact our intestine. They're shown to be carcinogenic. Flavoring agents like MSG, hydrolyzed vegetable proteins are all known to trigger production of dopamine in the brain, which causes addictive reactions. So the child gets addicted. So they will keep demanding you for Lay's chips. You do not understand why, but it's primarily because of the flavoring agents and additives that have been mixed in it that causes. आप खुद खा के देखिए, you open a packet of kurkure. I don't know, do we still have kurkure in the market? I'm not sure. But if you if you open a packet of Kurkure or Lay's chips, you're not able to stop yourself. That's why the ad, I still remember so many years back, the ad was control hi nahi hota. It was because of these agents and they're harmful. They are really harmful. for our children especially. All artificial sugars are related to diabetes, colon cancers. Ah, my favorite topic. If anyone has questions on food, Ranjan, do you want me to take that up right now or right?
Yeah, we can take it. We can take it. I prefer if we can take one by one. Even if the topics are such that most parents will not be able to revert back.
Right.
So Faria Sahin, please unmute your mic and ask your question. And other parents, please raise your hand if you have a question. I'll take one by one. Faria Shaheen, please unmute your mic and ask your question. Shalini, I hope you allowed two parents unmute their mic.
You can allow them. Should I?
Okay, let me just check.
I've just done it.
Hello, hi. Hi, I am a mother of a 15 months old baby with Down syndrome. I have been asked to omit dairy and gluten from his diet. So can you please tell me a little about this, whether the elimination of these two things is important or not?
Shalini, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay. Farida, I just started by saying welcome. Join the gang of people with children who have casein and gluten allergies. I can tell you with personal experience of 10 years that leaving these two substances can be life-changing for not just your child, but also for you. The kind of health that your child will display going forward will be something that you have to see to believe. If you have been advised, please give up casein and gluten with immediate effect. It will take almost a year for you to see the benefits, but all milestones that your child has not been able to achieve will be achieved with just this happening. You know, everyone needs to mute themselves. This is not fair. Farida will probably not be able to understand what I'm telling her.
He's not allergic to these two things. I give him, but somebody advised that it will have good benefits on him if you eliminate these two things from his diet. He's not allergic to it.
So how would you know? Have you done any allergy testing?
No, we haven't done any allergic testing. I gave him dairy, I give him gluten. He's fine with it.
Okay. So basically what happens is that some of us give it up because medical conditions come in. Some of us give it up just to try and see what happens. And I gave it up because my daughter had medical issues. But the moment I gave it up and saw her response, actually now the entire family is casein free and most of us are gluten free also. So please understand that milk and wheat by themselves don't have a problem. It's the protein molecule of milk, which is called casein, that is a problem area. And what happens is when our cows are given growth hormones and are fed all kinds of garbage to be able to extract milk out of them under extremely stressful conditions, all those artificial things get attached to the casein molecule. And the casein molecule is absorbed into the body. The body is able to digest milk only because our own human protein resembles the cow's milk protein very closely. Because of these artificial ingredients that are attached to the casein molecule, the body soldiers, the immune system starts attacking the milk globules. And eventually, instead of attacking only the milk globule, they start attacking us and our own tissues. So actually,
Parents, please mute your mic. Parents, please mute your mic, everyone. Shalini, I'm okay. Done. Carry on, Shalini.
yeah. So that is basically what happens. What happens is, because of these two things being very heavy to digest, easy terms में मैं explain करती हूँ, बहुत difficult होते हैं digest करने के लिए. आप एक गिलास दूध पी के बिल्कुल filled up feel करते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि वो heavy होता है digestion के लिए. उसकी वजह से जो आप fruits खाएंगे, जो आप vegetables खाएंगे, उनमें से जो nutrients हैं वो absorb करने में आपको बहुत दिक्कत होगी. So it's a personal choice. आप करके देख सकते हो 3 महीने, 6 महीने.
Can I rephrase the question? Can I rephrase the question?
Yeah.
At 15 months old child, the mother is confused कि किसी के कहने से मैं gluten और casein बंद करूं या नहीं करूं. So would you advise कि even if the allergy is not yet detected, should she eliminate it? Answer is yes or no.
The answer is yes. In no uncertain terms, it is yes. It requires a lot of guts to eliminate milk and eliminate gluten from a 15-month-old child diet. But if you do it and you see the response, it will be an addiction and you will not be able to go back on giving cow's milk or gluten to the child again.
Perfect answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for rephrasing. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was very detailed answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Next parent, Aarti Binani. Please unmute your mic. Aarti Binani.
Yes, sir. Hello, ma'am.
Hi. I can't hear you. Ranjan, if you can
No, we can't hear. I think she has some sound disturbance. Please, everyone, please mute your mic. I'm taking up another parent. We will ask Aarti later on. Ashima Sharma. Ashima Sharma, please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Hi, Shalini, this is like what the first question was about that allergies, but nice.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm muting everyone. I'm muting everyone. I need to mute everyone in that case because it's not happening. Shalini, can you mute everyone?
Yeah, one second.
Please do so. Now, parents, only Ashima Sharma should ask the question and everybody should remain muted. Ashima Sharma, अपना mic unmute करें.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. This is Nandan. I am Rahul's father. Rahul is 13 years old, Down syndrome boy. We live in Singapore. Our question is similar to the first question about this gluten-free diet. I think we got an answer. Rahul is not allergic to any of these diets, but still we are on wheat and rice-based diets. And we hear you. Is there anything in particular about DHA kind of stuff we hear about which is good for cognitive or brain improvement, or they call it dysfunctions? Anything to improve that part of their abilities in food? Yeah, that's my question. Thanks.
I couldn't understand the last bit of the question. I understood that his child was gluten-free, casein-free. After that, it all was a mess.
Yeah, same here. What I'm doing is we need to modify because the audio today is quite poor in most cases.
Right.
Parents, please ask your question in the chat box. Please type your question. I will take up manually one by one. So I'm lowering all the hands which are raised as of now. Please ask your question in the chat box there are few questions I'm taking up one by one. Okay. So Rekha Srivastava is asking what quantity of fruit and salad we should give to child according to the age. My daughter is 8 years old.
So basically what you need to do is give they say one portion of fruits, raw fruits, and one portion of raw vegetables. So आप let's say एक कटोरी दाल देती हैं, वो कटोरी एक portion मानी जाएगी. उसमें अगर आप fruits काट के रख दें या vegetables काट के रख दें, तो that is one portion. तो बेसिकली फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स को आप इन बिटवीन मील्स जो स्नैक्स देती हैं उसके अंदर डाल दीजिए, उतना काफी होता है 8 साल के बच्चे के लिए. एक कटोरी रॉ फ्रूट्स, एक कटोरी रॉ वेजिटेबल्स. अगर लेट्स से उसको खांसी जुकाम हो रहा है, लेट्स से बस जुकाम हो रहा है, तो आप उसको मौसमी जूस या ऑरेंज जूस आप उसको जूस के फॉर्म में देंगी, क्योंकि आपको 2 संतरे देने की जरूरत है. 2 संतरा बच्चा खा नहीं सकता है, इसलिए आप उसको हेवियर डोज ऑफ विटामिन सी देने के चक्कर में आप उसको जूस दोगे. अदरवाइज अगर आपने बच्चे को 6 फांक ऑरेंजेस के 6 फांक एक ऑरेंज के खिला दिए, उतना उसके लिए रेगुलर बेसिस पे काफी है. Is that clear? Ranjan?
Okay. Next question was from Poonam. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me,
I can hear
Shalini?
you.
Okay, I'm taking next question. It is related to the gluten topic which you just discussed. That is, wait a minute. The question scrolled up. What are the benefits of removing gluten in casein? In short, just touch the points.
Your child will be healthier, will be less prone to infections, because they will be able to absorb the minerals and vitamins from the rest of the food much better. The extra infections that these 2 things carry into the body, causing autoimmune disorders, the chances of that will reduce. These are the 3 most important points for avoiding casein and gluten in today's world.
And why most parents are not able to understand this is mostly because हमारे यहाँ तो सदियों से दूध और गेहूं खाया गया है, तो पहले तो नहीं होता था ऐसे, तो अब अचानक ऐसा क्या होने लगा?
क्योंकि अब हमने अपने गेहूं में बिजाय बस खाद डालने के फर्टिलाइजर्स डालने शुरू कर दिए, पेस्टिसाइड्स डालने शुरू कर दिए. हमने उसके अंदर आर्टिफिशियल सीड्स लेनी शुरू कर दी जो कि जीएम थी, जो कि इंसेक्ट और वीड रिपेलेंट्स डाले. इसकी वजह से जो हमारा गेहूं का दाना था उसमें जो ग्लूटेन था, जो प्रोटीन एलिमेंट था, वो इम्पैक्ट हो गया, वो कंटामिनेट हो गया है. इसलिए वही गेहूं जो हमारे लिए इतना लाभदायक था आज हमारे लिए पॉइजनस हो गया है.
Okay. Next question, PS Birthday from Mumbai is asking, is it okay to use filter oil instead of refined oil?
What is filter oil? I don't know what filter oil is.
Which I understand is asking cold pressed oil.
Cold pressed
what would
oil.
be a filter oil?
Yeah, that's what. So cold pressed oil, organic cold pressed oil is the only oil that should be consumed by human beings today.
So in our case, let's say South India still uses a lot of coconut oil, which is cold pressed and which is used extensively. For North Indians, what would you recommend?
I use a lot of mustard oil. I use a lot of sunflower seed oil. I use a lot of groundnut oil. So all these oils, as long as they're cold pressed, winter में sesame seed oil, gingerly oil, बहुत सारे oils हैं जो कि use कर सकते हैं.
Most mothers would want to know, can they deep fry in this oil?
So they can deep fry in mustard oil, in sesame and gingerly में ना करें, sunflower oil, groundnut oil, all 3 can be used for deep frying.
Okay, that's a very useful information. Next question from Nidhi Gupta. How to keep containing casein and gluten free when child goes to school and does like to share the food with her friends and vice versa?
Right. So, sweetheart, this was a problem that I also faced. My daughter was all of 7 years old when we took her off gluten and casein. And the only thing that worked, I promise you, the only thing that worked in this so-called intellectually challenged child was an understanding by her that these food items were harmful for her. We had cases where she would go into a birthday party and grab at the birthday cake that was offered to her. She would take the plate and run into a corner and eat it up before I could reach her. But after that, when she showed any reaction, so your child might have any reaction to that casein or gluten that he or she has consumed, you explain to the child repeatedly. It could take a year, it could take 2 years. ये दर्द हो रहा है, ये इसलिए हो रहा है क्योंकि आपने वो खाया था. आपको नींद नहीं आई इसलिए क्योंकि आपने वो खाया था. आपका bladder control नहीं हुआ. You had a susu accident because you had that. Not artificially, but believe you me, these are what I've quoted over here are reasons why we are taking our children off casein and gluten, which our OT and our PT therapists keep telling us, oh, isko control karna sikhana hai, isko ye karna sikhana hai. It's nothing but an inflammation in the bladder, which is causing urine bladder control issues. So if you've taken your child off this, if there is an accident, you point back to the child and say, 3 days back, you had that casein, it's causing you this. 3 days back, you had the gluten, that's why your gum is bleeding, or your muscle is aching, or you're having a headache, or you weren't able to sleep at night, or you're sneezing. All these reactions that the child is having, point them back. As soon as the relationship, the cause and effect is clear in the child's mind, the child will go in school, and not eat anything.
Great. Shankar is asking, 20 months old, preterm baby, quite underweight. My son taking only few spoons of water after food, but taking cow's milk 4 times a day. Please give me a suggestion to increase water intake. He's just 20 months old.
A 20-month-old child should be having at least 1/4 liter of water, so 200 to 50 grams of water have to go into the child. And unfortunately, the child will drink water only if there's space in the body, in the stomach, and the space is being taken away by milk. So if you reduce the milk, so the way I would do it if I was you, I would start diluting his milk. I would dilute it with water and gradually wean him off milk on so many times, reduce the milk gradually and replace it with water.
Great suggestion. Thank you. Next question is, my child is 2 years old. Can we give milkshakes?
In my opinion, no. Instead of that, make a smoothie. So use the same ingredients. You want to make a mango milkshake. You use the same mango and you combine it with a banana and make a smoothie out of it. The child will never know there's no milk. You put the ice cubes, you make it exactly like you would. You want to give it more nutrition. You want the protein of the milk to go in, use some seeds and put the seeds into it. The seeds will blend and give the flavor of milk. You don't have to buy the expensive carton seed milks and nut milks and all that. Just put the raw things in and everything will be fine.
Okay. Ashima Sharma is asking, what kind of diets are good for brain cognitive function? DHA question mark.
For brain functioning, the most important thing is brain cognitive functioning. The most important thing is your water intake, your air. The child has to be breathing properly and be given a whole bunch of seeds and legumes and lentils. So very simple food which has healthy fats and healthy proteins will help in the cognitive functioning of the child. Also, please check the thyroid level.
Very important. Suruchi Agarwal is asking which oil we should use, so that you already have answered. Suruchi, आपको इसका answer मिल गया होगा. At what time we should give fruits? Morning hours, you already answered. Jaggery or honey, which is better? Tulika is asking.
So there are issues with honey. It should not be heated. So if you want to put the honey into hot water or boil something, then use jaggery. Otherwise, honey is fine.
But what I understand is that you can boil the water, let it cool down and then mix up. when it is lukewarm, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So honey can be used in tea also, provided it is cooling down. Don't boil anything, right?
Yes, yes. So honey should not be heated. It can be mixed into hot water, but into lukewarm water, but not heated. So for example, most of us want a sugar medium to bake. So don't use honey for baking, use jaggery instead, or use palm sugar instead. Yep.
What is your opinion about ghee? Suruchi Agarwal is asking, ghee can be given all the time?
I don't advise ghee because ghee is, Ayurveda says it's non-casein, but there is so much contamination with casein in ghee that I avoid ghee. And that's my personal opinion. And I have tested it. It doesn't work for most people. So I avoid ghee.
Even homemade ghee?
Even homemade ghee. Yeah, yeah.
Which most of the mothers do.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any harm leaving dairy and gluten? The chemicals are also present in fruits and vegetables.
Yeah,
what do we do?
So that's why eat organic as much as possible. Wash your vegetables carefully. If you really feel that your vegetables and fruits have a coating, then peel your vegetables and fruits. If you still are at risk, all you need to do is take salt, table salt, namak, and use 1 tablespoon of namak in 1 liter of water, diluted, and soak your vegetables and fruits in that for 5-10 minutes. Then wash them under filter water and dry it and have it. Most, they say up to 90% of all pesticides and chemicals are washed off the surface of fruits and vegetables by dipping them in this salt solution.
Okay. Next question is Ashima. Ashima is asking, is mustard oil good?
Yes.
Shalini already answered that. Yeah, already answered that. Shankar is asking, how much water should 20-month-old baby drink in a day, excluding cow's milk? That was already answered. 1/4 of a
liter.
1/4 of a liter at least should be drinking. Jaggery can be replaced instead of sugar?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Ashima Sharma is asking, what foods are good for sound sleep and what to remove from the diet?
Okay, for sound sleep, I will take up sleep. Just wait for my presentation. You'll get lots of tips on sleep.
Acha, okay, great. Yeah, great. My child is 2 years old. Can we give shake? Already answered. What are the gluten-free diet? What are the gluten-free diet, including for 13 years old? Short answer. Anything which is जो आटे से बनी हुई है उसमें ग्लूटेन होगा, जो आटे से नहीं भी बनी हुई है उसमें भी ग्लूटेन होगा, ये ध्यान रखने वाली बात है. तो शायद ही ऐसी कोई चीज होती होगी जिसमें, Shalini, please go ahead. This is a very important thing.
Right.
Yeah,
so
क्योंकि gluten almost 80% चीजों में होगा.
Yes, absolutely. And so you have to look for a gluten-free kind of label if you're going in for packaged foods. Otherwise, corn flour, oats, maida, all this is indicative of wheat in them. So the only way is to read the label which says ingredients. So you check over there what the ingredients are. And otherwise, very briefly, I will just add that there is a book out there on Amazon called Hungry to Heal. Look for it, order it. It's free online, available. Please download it and see what all you can do with the gluten-free food.
इस पे यहाँ मैं ऐड करना चाहूँगा to all the parents. ग्लूटेन फ्री होना मुश्किल जरूर है, लेकिन फायदे आपको जब मिलने शुरू होंगे तो आप हैरान रह जाएंगे. So I myself am one of the example. In my family, I had to go gluten free 3 years ago, and there was no other option but to go gluten free. So today I am gluten free, and gluten free होना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है. कारण ये कि आटा जिस चक्की में पिस रहा है, अगर मैं उसी में सोया पिसवाऊं या चना पिसवाऊं तो वो भी ग्लूटेन फ्री कहलाएगा, लेकिन एक्चुअली वो ग्लूटेन फ्री नहीं है क्योंकि वो उसी चक्की में पिस के निकल के आ रहा है जिसमें आटा पिसा था, तो उसके अंदर ग्लूटेन का कंटेमिनेशन हो जाएगा. सो देयर इज ओनली वन वे कि आटा आप खुद पीसेंगे फिर वो या फिर उसके ऊपर लेबल लगा हुआ हो, अदरवाइज ग्लूटेन फ्री होना बहुत ही मुश्किल होगा.
But
question is from Vishok. Yeah, please go ahead.
No, I was just saying, but like Ranjan said, I have no reasons to be gluten free. I have no allergies, nothing. But I went off it because of my daughter, and now I just don't want to go back to eating gluten. I sleep better, I feel better, I have more energy. So try it. Yeah, go on with the next question.
Next question is, we heard vitamin D and zinc is necessary for immunity. Do we need to supplement the child with these two?
Wait till the end of my presentation. I have the last slide on supplements.
Okay. Can we give butter? This is related to casein related question. Jhuma Bhattacharya asking, can we give butter? Answer is no.
No.
No. If you want to remove casein, butter or any milk food related product will have casein in it. So you will have to remove it. See, the tough part is, I'm sharing my example. अगर आपको casein हटाना है और gluten हटाना है, तो जो भी चीज डेयरी से बनी हुई है या आटे से बनी हुई है, वो हर चीज हटानी पड़ेगी. You can't be 98% gluten free. That 2% which is left will still harm you the same way. Am I right, Shalini?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. What kind of food should be given to cold? I think all questions as of now there are more questions coming on gluten, so, which is quite usual. So you go ahead and then we'll take up the second round of questions.
Absolutely.
Please.
So now let's come to water intake. Someone has already asked me this question, and the human body, please understand everyone, the human body is 3/4 water. So 75% of your body is nothing but water. You have to replenish it constantly by drinking 2 to 3 liters of water daily for an adult and accordingly lowering it for children. Understand? This is the minimum requirement, 2 to 3 liters of water daily to be consumed by adults. So everything I'm saying over here, parents, holds good for you as well as for your children blessed with Downs. Don't think कि ये बच्चे के लिए है, उसके अंदर पानी ठूसना है, अपने नहीं पीना है. If you go ahead and consume this much water, you will see how much healthier you'll feel. So what water does is, initially when you go on increasing your water intake, you will feel like going to the loo many more times. You will pass more urine than you usually would. But what happens with the urine is a lot of toxins are being thrown out from the body. So you will feel healthier at the end of it. Water prevents dehydration of the body, and also it's a detox, like I just said, and it is a natural moisturizer. I don't think most of us in the family have used a cream on our skin or a lotion on our skin for the last 4 or 5 years. Definitely nothing. And this is in Bangalore, where every day we bathe with lukewarm water because it's nippy and chilly. The जो पानी नल में आता है वो थोड़ा ठंडा होता है, तो हम थोड़ा सा उसको गुनगुना करके नहाते हैं. And still we don't use a moisturizer because after you've drank that much of water, you will not need to moisturize your skin. The only thing we use is glycerine. Glycerine mixed with rose water on our body, and that's enough to lubricate it whenever we feel extremely dry, when the season is really dry. So 2 or 3 liters of water means drink 10 glasses of water daily, and you will be able to achieve this only if you drink 4 of these glasses before breakfast. If you delay it too much, you will not be able to drink 10 glasses. The second thing is, don't drink or give your children water to drink post 4 or 5 in the evening, because that will then cause them to wake up once they are asleep to go to the loo. Okay? Then let's go to exercise. For me, critical importance for both physical and emotional, mental immunity is exercise. Any of you, the moment you have an iota of a depressive thought crossing your mind, any negative thought coming to your mind, if you get up and move yourself into an exercise position. So हम सब ने स्कूल में पीटी की है, हाथ खोल के ऊपर किए, नीचे किए, you know, simple exercises, deep breathing, inhaling and exhaling. If we do that, we will find our mood change suddenly. Jog, still jogging in one spot. You just go up and down 50 times and you will see your mood will change completely suddenly in just those 10 minutes. So please understand that persons with Downs must do regular, moderate exercise. I am not saying they need to join a gym. I am not saying send them out for jogs and all that. Just to improve their immunity, because what exercising does is it reduces inflammation. And like we've said, as soon as inflammation releases, your turnover of white cells will increase, as a result of which you'll have fresh soldiers there to fight any infection. Some examples of what I call moderate exercises, brisk walking, steady cycling, little jogging, swimming, just simple deep breathing. Sit down in one place with your child and do inhalation and exhalation on your stomach. Put your hand on your stomach so that you do belly breathing. I'm sure all of you know what belly breathing is. Just do that for 15-20 minutes every day, either in the morning or in the evening. So be empty stomach, basically. That's all that's important. अगर आप शाम को कर रहे हैं तो lunch के 2 घंटे बाद इसको करिए और आप देखिएगा both of you as a parent and your child, both will benefit immensely from this. Here comes sleep. There were some people who were asking me questions. Please understand, and this is scientifically proven as well as in practice, immunity and sleep are linked. They are so closely linked. Less or low quality sleep will lead to illness. Adults should aim to get 7 or more hours of sleep each night. Teens should get 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night, and younger children and infants require almost 14 hours of sleep. For optimal functioning of the brain, for optimal functioning of your body, to keep you healthy in mind and spirit, you have to sleep for these many hours. Now, someone said, what should I do to ensure I sleep soundly? If you're trouble sleeping, try to smoothen out your circadian rhythm, which is nothing but your body's natural waking and sleeping cycle. How do you do this? All of you have read. You limit the screen time for an hour before going to bed. You do this yourself. You do this for your child. All that I'm saying is, don't apply a rule to your child. Don't tell him, अच्छा mobile हटाओ, अच्छा iPad बंद करो. अपने आप phone के सामने बैठे हुए हैं, TV के सामने बैठे हुए हैं और बच्चे से कह रहे हैं, चलो उठो, 1 घंटे से पहले तुम्हें सोना है, चलो यहाँ से चलो. Hurry. The child will use you as a role model. So if they have to limit their screen time, you do the same thing. Limit it for an hour before bed. Sleep in a completely dark room. If for some reason you cannot have darkness, use a sleep mask. वो जो aircrafts में देते हैं बस उस type का. Go to bed every night at the same time. So fix a time. And if you allow your body will tell you when it needs to get into bed. So I will give you my personal example. If Gayatri does not brush her teeth by 8 o'clock and then finish her bedtime reading and get into bed at 8:30, she will not sleep the whole night. She will stay awake. It's not like if I don't tuck her in at 8:30, she can go off to sleep at 9:30 or 10:30. No. There is a hormone balance that has to be maintained, and that will come in only if you stick to the same time every night. Regular exercising will help you sleep well. Try this just for a week. Try all these things. Exercise for just 20-25 minutes every day and see how soundly you will sleep. Take a power nap in the afternoon. Most of us grew up saying, दोपहर में सो ली, अब रात में नींद नहीं आएगी. I was obsessed with this, हाय नींद आ गई, अब रात में नहीं सो पाऊंगी. Just because of that, I wouldn't be able to sleep. But actually, it has been shown that if you take a power nap of 15-20 minutes in the afternoon, you will feel less of chronic fatigue creeping in by the evening. Your mood will be better and you will sleep better at night. Okay? These are all things that research has shown, and not just research, but these are all 5 or 6. 5 of these I have tried on my own and they work. So please do go ahead and try it. Since I was talking about stress levels, I have now titled this as physical and mental immunity, but this applies equally to both cases. So please manage your stress levels as well as those in your children. Very often we forget in this भाग दौड़ of therapy देनी है, मुझे OT के पास जाना है, PT के पास जाना है, speech therapist के पास जाना है. We are creating stress for ourselves and we constantly say, oh, we are having to do so much of running around. What we don't realize is that our children blessed with Downs are very sensitive. They're very emotionally connected to us. And every time we show stress or we experience stress, it will get transmitted to your children. So many times parents come to me and say, if no one else in the family will be able to understand that I am unwell or I am feeling low or I am sad, but my child blessed with Downs will come and give me a hug, will come and give me a kiss. Why? Because they connect with us on the emotional level. So if we are stressed, they will be stressed. And if they are stressed, it will impact their immunity. They will definitely start falling sick much more than you and me. And sickness will be in terms of immunity issues, upper respiratory tract infections. So what happens is the infections are there, the viruses are there in the air, but they will catch it because the stress levels cause their immunity systems to be lower. Ways to handle your own stress: meditation, exercise, journaling, so you write a diary every night, yoga, chanting, and other mindfulness practices. Encourage your children to join in with you so that they also grow into the habit, because eventually as they grow up, these are the only things that they will need. So very important for them to be into the habit of chanting or saying some mantras, or just sitting quietly and visualizing good things around them. It will help reduce their stress levels. You're doing all this and there's still moments in life and there will be stress. What I have found working with me is either talking to older parents. I find older parents the best. They are my therapy tools, and there are so many of you sitting over here today. Rashmi, I know you'll be laughing your head off right now, but for me, talking to older parents is the best pill that I have ever taken. Or then you go and see a licensed counselor or therapist before things become serious. So please do keep your stress levels under control, and those of your children. It will go a long way in keeping their immunity in place. Believe you me, it really works. For both physical and mental immunity, please stop using aluminium utensils in the kitchen. It's my favorite topic. And I know some of you who've heard me before will say, "Fir se shuru ho gayi." Throw away all the aluminium in your kitchen, starting from those pressure cookers and those kadhais, because aluminium leaches into the food, especially if you're cooking with tomatoes or with khatai, anything acidic, and the aluminium will leach into your food. Aluminium is a heavy metal, does nothing but gets deposited in our brains, and especially the brain. And there are more than one studies which shows that it is this aluminium depositing in the brain which is leading to all our mental health issues, Alzheimer's included. So it's linked, and please, for our children's sake, for your own mental health, please avoid using all aluminium utensils in your kitchens. I was talking about oxygen and exercising earlier.
Shalini, I just would just hold on.
Yeah.
There might be an issue that the time is up. Normally it should be 2. Brinda should have done it for 2 hours. But if we get disconnected, we all will reconnect. That is what we can do.
Okay.
So Brinda, if you're listening to me, I assume that you had marked the time, not just 1 hour, but 2 hours. So probably it should continue 2 hours. Yeah, so it should continue. We haven't got disconnected, so it's continuing. Please carry on, Shalini.
I'll make it really brief. The human body thrives on oxygen. Like I mentioned in some question earlier, water and oxygen, these are the two things. I love this artwork that's going on my slideshow. I hope all of you can see this lovely artwork. It's Picasso in action. I don't know who's doing it, but thank you. So we live as long as we can inhale air and exhale toxins. Unpolluted air makes us feel positive. Oops, now I can't read my content. Anyways, I know what it is.
Okay. You need to stop that edit button. Parents, someone's kid is playing with it. Can you please mind the
Thank you.
screen? Yeah, thank you. Okay.
So the oxygen is transported with the blood and reaches every cell of the body. It prevents viruses. Please understand that all viruses, bacteria, and all cancer cells, all of them thrive in a carbon dioxide rich environment. So when you feel stressed, what do? We start doing very shallow breathing, because of which less oxygen reaches into our blood, and therefore all these infections thrive. Deep breathing, relaxed way of breathing will help lots of oxygen go inside and kill all these before they can create issues for our health. Use air purifiers, rejuvenate with pranayam, deep breathing, exercising regularly, and I assure you that all depressive tendencies can be taken care of with just this lifestyle change. Last but most important issues to build immunity, especially in our children with Down syndrome. Remember I said that because of their physiological characteristics, we need to do something. One of the most important things is steam inhalation. Okay? आपको पतीले से करना है, पतीले से कर लीजिए. If you get these little mugs, kind of small things which are steamers today, and really cheap, 150, 200 rupees, plug them in. We have one in every toilet, and you brush your teeth, you take some steam. Everyone in the family should do it, but more so our children blessed with Downs, just 2 times a day. Morning when they brush and night when they're brushing. If they get into the habit of taking steam for just 3 minutes every day, twice a day, put a couple of tulsi leaves in the water if they have a cold and cough. Otherwise, just simple steam inhalation, and you will see their immunity climb up in leaps and bounds. Personal hygiene. Why is personal hygiene so important? Because now with the COVID situation, you all understand that most of the viruses, this is not true just for the coronavirus, but most of the viruses enter the body through the eyes, the nose and the mouth, the ears. So all the openings in your body are where the virus will, these are the open, exposed openings in the body. So if we teach, and these are the areas that are most difficult to train our children in maintaining personal hygiene. So what we have, the way we've explained it to Gayatri over the last few years is all the holes have to be cleaned. So the eyes have to be cleaned and then not to be fiddled with, because most of them have eye issues. Gayatri has a blocked tear duct in one of her eyes, and therefore it's important. So if you've trained them well that they need to blow their nose, after the steam, blow their nose. During the day, कुल्ला करने गए, खाने के बाद nose blow कर लेंगे. उससे क्या होगा? If they are ensuring personal hygiene is being maintained, they will fall sick less often. The extreme end of this personal hygiene is using a loofah. I think आप सबको मालूम होगा, loofah वो सूखी हुई तुरई होती है. हमारा इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम पूरा लिम्फ सिस्टम से कनेक्टेड होता है. लिम्फ नोड्स होते हैं हमारी बॉडी में जगह जगह. हमको क्या करना है कि उस लिम्फ सिस्टम को एक्टिवेट करना है. जैसे वो जल्दी जल्दी, व्हाट डज द लिम्फ सिस्टम डू? जब हमारे वाइट ब्लड सेल्स ने इन्फेक्टेड सेल्स को किल किया, तो इट्स द लिम्फ सिस्टम दैट डिस्पोजेस ऑफ दीज डेड सेल्स. सो वी नीड टू एक्टिवेट दिस लिम्फ सिस्टम. एंड हाउ डू वी डू इट? वो सूखी तुरई नहाते समय आप टोज से ऊपर उसको मूव करेंगी towards your thighs 3 or 4 times so that you cover the entire exposed skin of your feet. Then you will do the same with your hand. You will start from the tips of the fingers and take it all the way to your armpits. You will take it from your shoulder down to your heart, from your groin area up to your heart. So to remember it briefly is, you have the heart in the center of the body. You move from the extremities up to the heart. That's the way you have to move your loofah, because that's the way in which the lymph system works. Unlike the other circulatory system, which is the blood system, the heart throws the blood down. In the lymph system, the lymph movement is against gravity. So if you facilitate that, you will ensure that your immunity is maintained. Very, very important, guys. It sounds so simple. लगता है क्या यार शालिनी यहाँ बैठ के लूफा करना सिखा रही है. But believe you me, in a year, you yourself will get so addicted to it कि अब ये हालत है कि जिम जाते हैं. अगर जिम के जाने से कहीं मसल में पेन होता है, तो ये एक दूसरे से कहते सुने गए, आज उस एरिया में थोड़ा सा गर्म पानी डाल के लूफा जरा जोर की कर लेना. बिकॉज जितने मसल्स में टॉक्सिन्स प्रोड्यूस हुए हैं, हम चाहते हैं कि हमारा लिम्फ सिस्टम उन टॉक्सिन्स को डिस्पोज ऑफ कर दे. And it really works. Don't use the artificial plastic wala loofahs, use the natural loofahs. Supplements. This is something someone was asking me, quite a few of you were asking me. So supplements will generally strengthen your body's immune response, especially if you're on a gluten-free, animal-free diet. Casein is cow's milk is also an animal diet. So please understand that all these things that I'm going to tell you about are best taken in their natural form, but supplement them with artificial if needed. If you feel that your child is at a low level in their immunity, there is absolutely no harm in introducing these supplements. You can taper them off eventually if you don't want to continue your child on the supplements, but it's a good idea to ensure that these are going in. So vitamin A, best form to take it is in carrots, raw carrots. If you're cooking the carrots, please ensure that your child gets no more than 1 carrot a day. So cook carrot only 1 a day. And otherwise, if you're giving him or her carrot juice, you can go ahead and give as much of carrots as you want. Very simply say, when raw carrots have a form of vitamin A, which is not oil soluble, it's water soluble. But when you cook that carrot, it becomes oil soluble. So therefore, you restrict the vitamin A that has been cooked and which has become oil soluble. Otherwise, your child can get hypervitaminosis A. But in terms of raw carrots, you can give as much as you want. Vitamin C, very, very, very critical for immunity building, especially amla, citrus fruits, guava. Best sources of amla, best sources of vitamin C. And please, 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 give them these things in natural form. Amla, an adult and a child, equal amount. Understand vitamin C is water soluble, so you can't over exceed it, especially in the natural form. If everyone is eating 1 to 2 amlas a day, you are safe. Your immunity will gradually catch up and you will not need to be extra careful. Vitamin B12. Now, a vegan diet, a vegetarian diet, which is animal-free, will lack vitamin B12. So you have to supplement it, but you supplement it only after testing your levels. You get neat vitamin B12 as a supplement, you can take that. Vitamin D3 contained in sunlight. So you can either sit in the sunlight or you supplement it artificially after testing your levels. So both D3 and B12 are critical for building immunity and for general health, but please ensure that you test it, and only after testing should you start supplementing it. Zinc. They say that vitamin C is best absorbed if it is combined with zinc, and zinc in any case is required by the body. So all seeds and nuts. So seeds, pumpkin seeds, watermelon seeds, you don't have to go to chia seeds and hemp seeds and fancy seeds like that and spend thousands every month. Do our desi seeds and nuts, eggs in case you eat eggs, microgreens. आजकल बहुत फैड चला हुआ है कि घर पे आप पानी के अंदर ये छोटे छोटे microgreens grow कर सकते हैं. All microgreens have zinc, and sprouts of lentils and legumes have a lot of zinc in them. In case you are not being able to do this appropriately, or you feel that your child is still falling sick, find a vitamin C supplement which has zinc in it. Do raw garlic. Raw garlic has been researched upon and shown to contain the maximum amount of antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal properties known to mankind today. So 1 raw garlic a day for an adult first thing in the morning will keep you disease free. I give this to you in writing. I have tried it myself. I feel sick. Suppose I've forgotten to take a raw garlic for a week, or for whatever reason, bhul gaye. The moment I sneeze once, I will go into the kitchen, take out 1 pod of raw garlic and eat it. And believe you me, by the evening, in an hour or 2, the sneezing will stop. It is that effective. Ginger, all of us know, chai mein dal lijiye, khane mein dal lijiye, rasa nikal ke honey ke saath le lijiye. Turmeric, haldi, again with oil and pepper. Best way of consuming turmeric. आजकल बहुत फैट चला हुआ है, turmeric को पानी में घोल के पी लो, बहुत potent होता है, first thing in the morning ले लो, कोई जरूरत नहीं है, बस दांत पीले हो जाएंगे और कुछ नहीं होगा. Turmeric is best. It's something that Westerners use because they don't use turmeric in their food. हमारे हर खाने में turmeric पड़ता है यार. We don't need to supplement it artificially. So go ahead, mix your turmeric. आप दाल में तड़का लगा रहे हैं, किसी भी सब्जी में तड़का लगा रहे हैं, वो जो तेल में आपने जीरा, राई, प्याज डाला है, उसी में टर्मरिक डाल दीजिए, उसी में हल्दी डाल दीजिए. उसका absorption in the body from the final dish will be much higher. अगर उसमें थोड़ा सा चुटकी भर पेपर भी डाल सकते हैं तो उसका bioavailability, उसका absorption much better होगा. I think that marks the end of my thank you.
Great presentation.
Thank you.
So parents, you are invited to post your questions in the chat box, and I will take up one by one. So there are few questions, and I will start taking up the questions. Jisha is 8 years, catches nasal infection easily. Is there any specific advice to us?
So two things for any nasal infections that are being caught. One, steaming. I cannot overemphasize. If the child is too young, do it for just 1 minute. The moment there is cold, do it not twice a day, but 5 times a day. Every hour, if you give 1 minute of steam, but with steam, please ensure that you're giving a lot of water, because steam is dehydrating. Even though it's water vapor, when it goes inside the body, it dehydrates. So you have to lubricate your body with extra water to ensure that the steam is not going to rupture any of the nasal tissues. Okay, so steam, and number 2, vitamin C through either citrus fruits or amla. Best way to consume amla, especially in young children, is make green chutney out of it. Pudina, dhania, jeera, namak, and amla. And with raw garlic and ginger. चटनी पीस दीजिए, रोज थोड़ी सी फ्रेश पीस दीजिए, हर खाने में उसको दे दीजिए, ठीक हो जाएगा.
Okay. What is microgreens?
Microgreens are, so आपने sprouting के बारे में सुना है? You know sprouts, हम lentils को, मूंग दाल को, soya beans को, horse gram को, काले चने को sprout करते हैं. What is a sprout? A sprout is the root that comes out from the seed. Instead of the root, if we have the shoot growing up, that's a microgreen. So most of the time, instead of using lentils, we use those barik seeds to give us microgreens. So alfalfa, mustard, jeera, इन सब को हम अगर बो दें तो उनके जो नन्हे नन्हे पेड़ निकलते हैं, which are just about 2 inch long, आप उनको कट कर लेते हैं और raw salads में डाल लेते हैं. Those are called microgreens.
Great. Tulika is asking vitamin B12 supplements name.
So I'm not a doctor. I'm not technically qualified to give you any names, but for all kinds of Bs, so you know B is B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B8, B9, and B12. So all of them will be contained in a B complex. But sometimes the amount of B12 and B6 in the B complex is of a lower order. So you get B12 as a supplement sold separately. If you go to the chemist, like Apollo in Bangalore has these things, which are just B12, a bottle with B12 supplements. So you can take those pills. I've been using mine from Vitamin Shop. They have suited Gayatri because they are vegan. Instead of B complex capsules, because if some of you are gluten allergic and casein allergic, so gelatin hota hai har capsule mein. So instead of that, we use something called B-Long. It's a tablet, B-Long, and B-Long is has Folvite also added to it these days. So you get all your Bs and you get Folvite, another ingredient, another chemical, another medicine that really helps build the immunity of our children. So you remember, all of you during your pregnancies must have had Folvite. That same 5 mcg of Folvite is added into the B-Long these days, and you can have that if you want. They're over the counter, hence I'm not hesitating.
Can you also please add on the importance of Folvite or folic acid to absorb the B12?
So folic acid plays 2 roles. One is again in the immunity building thing. The other is it helps maintain the metabolic rate in the body. It is helpful in protein metabolism. So when you're pregnant, the reason why it's given to you is your cellular division and cellular, pregnancy is nothing but that one cell that is fertilized by the sperm then has to multiply. So to ensure that that multiplication is maintained, because your metabolism is in place, is done by fall white. So thyroid, all glands are maintained well. All protein metabolism is maintained well if you are on a regular 5 mcg of 5 micrograms or milligrams. I think it's milligrams.
Micrograms.
Micrograms.
I think micrograms. I think so, micrograms.
Just check.
Could be wrong. Need to check with the medical doctor.
Also, yeah.
We are not doctors. So bottom line is we are not doctors. We are discussing it, but we are not doctors. So you have to consult with the doctor all these things.
Yes, please.
Next question, Suruchi Agarwal is asking what kind of utensils we should use instead of aluminum. Can we use non-stick utensils?
So no, non-stick is nothing but aluminium with the coat on it, and that Teflon coating is again very, very harmful. So throw away all your non-sticks also. You either used anodized or you use stainless steel. So all your pressure cookers should be stainless steel, and all your kadhais and all, again, I use stainless steel, but if you're finding it difficult to start cooking in stainless steel right away, shift gradually. So cast iron, all my kadhais are cast iron. This is a typical, पुराने ज़माने में हम लोग के ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के पास भी होते थे वो बड़े बड़े रियली हेवी कास्ट आयरन के कढ़ाईज. अमेज़ॉन पे वो वॉक के नाम से बिकते हैं, बट अब बहुत कॉमन हो गए. पहले बहुत मुश्किल हुई थी ढूंढने में. सो find those cast iron utensils. When you buy the cast iron utensil, please ask DSFI to give you my email ID or my phone number. Call me up and ask me how to maintain your cast iron utensils. If you don't maintain them, your child will get iron poisoning. So please ask me. It is very, very simple to handle them, but handle them with care.
Akansha is asking how to consume for child. How to consume seeds for child. Any specific preparation would you recommend?
Seed?
Seeds, yeah.
Okay,
Normally
so,
बच्चे खाते नहीं है.
हाँ,
तो उनको कैसे खिलाया जाए?
उसको ग्राइंड, अगर सूखा करना है तो सूखा ग्राइंड कर लीजिए. उसका छिलका, मैं तो छिलका भी नहीं उतारती हूँ, मैं तो सब सीड्स को ऐसे ही ग्राइंड करके पाउडर फॉर्म रख देती हूँ और उसकी दाल के ऊपर छिड़क दिया. अगर मैं स्मूदी बना रही हूँ तो उसमें वो सीड्स का पाउडर डाल देती हूँ. नहीं तो दी अदर थिंग आई स्टार्टेड मेकिंग इज सीड मिल्क माई सेल्फ, विच इज जैसे आपको खरबूजे के सीड का मिल्क बनाना है. मैं खरबूजा लेती हूँ पूरा सीड समेत, छिलके समेत. उसमें जो उसका ऑरेंज फाइबर होता है खरबूजे का, वो भी ले लेती हूँ. जो चीज हम फेंकते थे अभी तक, छिलके छोड़ के जो अंदर का सारा हिस्सा फेंकते थे, वो सारा का सारा लेके अपने मिक्सर ग्राइंडर में डालिए, चटनी की तरह पीस लीजिए, उसको स्ट्रेन कर लीजिए. इतना बढ़िया दूध बनता है उसका. यूज मिनिमम अमाउंट ऑफ मिल्क, फ्रीज दैट मिल्क, ग्राइंड इट विद रॉ बनाना. आई एम टेलिंग यू, नो वन विल बिलीव that this is not quality ice cream. Vanilla essence डाल लीजिए, कोई भी flavoring डाल दीजिए. It is just amazing to eat. It's really, really tasty. So I make all my, so मैं ऐसे ही watermelon seeds का करती हूँ, निकाल के उनको पीस के और उसको छान के, और वो watermelon seed juice milk हो गया, finished.
Yeah. So I will share my experience. I've been doing this almost the same thing, and it is so nourishing and so tasty that you would not believe it. Yes, it takes more time. So best is to involve the child if the child is grown up, or the kids. Abhi to lockdown hai, so it is tedious job, lekin you can do it. Ask family members to help you with multiple things. Next question is from Uma Bansal. Amla raw or murabba? Which one would be better?
Raw.
Raw is better, but I think kids normally don't want to eat because it's very khatta.
So that's why you make chutney out of it. The best way of giving amla to your child is in chutney form.
In form of chutney. Okay, great.
Otherwise you can also, so understand that vitamin C does not, it gets destroyed but does not get impacted by drying it. So if you want, you can dry the dry amla powder made at home. Don't buy the bazaar ka because it's contaminated. That will give you as much benefit.
Okay. Next question is from Jitendra. Drishti is 5 years and catches loose motion very frequently.
So
It's something to
even
gut
though-
related issue.
Yeah, even though I'm not a doctor, I can offhand tell you that her digestive system is not working properly.
Yeah.
If you give her some strong probiotics, it should certainly help her. So in probiotics, if you're on a milk diet, then increase the amount of dahi that she eats. Also make the food really light, stick to khichdi, dal chawal. I also make a churan at home, which I have found helps everyone when they have loose motions or digestive issues. That is, you take a little bit of ajwain. जैसे जीरे को भूनते हैं वैसी अजवाइन को भून लीजिए, जीरे को भून लीजिए, उसको कूल डाउन कर लीजिए, उसको पीस दीजिए इक्वल क्वांटिटीज में, या अजवाइन ज्यादा रख लीजिए, जीरा थोड़ा सा रख लीजिए, उसमें काला करके रख लीजिए. Just give her a quarter teaspoon, even less than that, a quarter teaspoon after her meals. So after her breakfast, lunch and dinner, and see, I have a feeling she'll be okay with this. Increase the water intake. Boil her water, because sometimes there's a lot of infection that goes in through water. So start boiling her water for a little while and see, just put her on very light diet till the time all this eases off. Once it's eased off, then you can go back to all the normal food you want her to give. But abhi thoda light khana khila dijiye.
Okay, next question is from Faria Shaheen. My son is 16-month-old. Suddenly he's having very disturbed sleep, unable to identify the cause.
Are you nursing the child? If you're nursing the child, ensure that your own food is non-colicky. So have very light food, have a lot of fruits and raw vegetables so that there's a lot of fiber. What that does is will drain out all the toxins from your milk. Number two, see if there are any sounds or movements that are startling the child at night. Are you exposing the child to television or something during the daytime? And overexposure to loud noises, the child has those memories and will recall that during his sleep. What else? Please check, is he urinating a lot at night?
Could it be dental issue? Teething might be starting. 16-month-old.
It could be dental issues also, yeah. So you can start with some Biochem 21 is for teething issues. You could try that also. Good point, Rajan.
Uma Bansal is asking, B12 is at lower level. Should we give supplements? The answer is yes, Uma. You have to give the supplements of B12.
At once.
Okay, here I have a question. It's a supplement question specifically related to the medical fraternity, the way they deal with vitamins. What they do is they will always keep you at the lower end of the normal scale. How do parents deal with the doctors here? Now, we are not doctors, but what happens is, let's say vitamin B12, 200 to 900 is the normal range. And the child is at, let's say, 170. So they will be quite okay, comfortable, 230, 250 tak aa gaya, and then stop it.
So don't stop it. So you continue. You continue the supplement.
Should be continued, right?
I am telling you that, especially if you're on a gluten-free, casein-free diet, there is, okay, so do all of you understand where you get B12 from? So animals are able to manufacture B12 in their gut, but human beings cannot manufacture B12. Where do we get our B12 from? From the animals we eat. If we don't eat animals, the only way of getting B12, so most parents will then turn around and say, मेरे दादाजी, मेरे नानाजी तो vegetarians थे, उन्होंने तो कभी B12 नहीं लिया. तो वो क्या problem थी उस समय? The water filtration system in the country wasn't so good. So what happened was there was open defecation. So there were people who were doing potty all over the place in the open. That the feces, human feces, were percolating down and getting filtered into our water supply. And that water was carrying enough of the microorganisms that could then deal with B12 manufacturing in our gut. So we had B12 created in our systems through that very, very ugly situation. But now with the development process coming in, that B12 is not reaching us, and therefore all of us need to supplement B12 till at least the median range, which means if you stop B12, it will definitely fall. तो इसलिए अगर if your doctor says अब काफी हो गया B12 रोक दो, तो आप ऐसा करो कि महीने में 10 दिन B12 ले लो, 20 दिन मत लो. But continue with your B12 supplementation if you are a vegetarian.
Yeah, basically dose कम कर ले, लेकिन stop नहीं करने.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Next question is from Palak Chopra. Should I give any other supplements to my son if he takes Chyawanprash daily?
So Chyawanprash will give you your vitamins because it's primarily amla and jadi booties and all that. But I don't know if it has D3, for example, if it has B12, for example. It probably doesn't have garlic and ginger. So immunity बढ़ाता वो primarily through the amla and some of the other garam masalas that are going into it. बाकी vitamins उसके अंदर या तो process में डाले गए हैं. So if they have put in the badams and all that, then it's a different issue. Then probably you don't need it. But I'm not a big fan of Chyawanprash primarily because it's a processed food. So in my mind, anything that comes from outside my house in a cooked state means that it will be contaminated. And I don't want any contamination in the food that I'm eating. So I don't believe in Chyawanprash. I am not a very optimistic person leading you on to Chyawanprash, but I know there are enough friends who swear by Chyawanprash. So just see the ingredients and see if they're covering everything.
Okay. Just a reminder, as requested, malting and sprouting के बारे में हमने बात करनी है at the end of it, right?
Yes, yes.
So we'll take up. What is kefir and how do you make it at home? Understand that it is good for gut.
Yeah. So kefir is made with coconut water. It's basically fermented coconut water. The minute I crack making kefir myself, I will tell you about it. Basically, kefir needs a starter to make it. And Ranjan knows that I have been trying to use these starters for 10 years. But
so I got this starter. I got the starters. Okay, I can share my experience. The parents, जो लोग coastal area में रहते हैं, they are still, they will be able to maintain it because this is live bacteria. So live bacteria को एक certain humidity environment चाहिए, certain amount. Really harsh weather, I tried my level best to keep those bacteria alive, but I could not keep it alive. So biggest issue is that it is quite weather dependent. So if you are from the coastal areas, you can buy the kefir starter. Milk kefir भी बनता है और coconut water kefir भी बनता है. These kefir grains are available from Amazon. So you can buy it from Amazon also. There are many suppliers otherwise also in Delhi as well as in Mumbai also. So once I got from Mumbai, once I got from Delhi. Delhi वाला बहुत ज़्यादा survive नहीं कर पाया. The ones which I got from Mumbai were very, very healthy. When she brought it to me, it was so healthy that I was very happy. But within few months, those grains started dying. So my trouble is that I'm not able to maintain the healthy temperature which is required, healthy temperature and humidity, both. So it's a very healthy drink, water kefir as well as milk kefir. Milk kefir आप तब तक नहीं लेंगे अगर आप केसिन को ब्लॉक कर रहे हैं तो मिल्क केफिर नहीं लेंगे लेकिन उसमें कहते ये है कि केसिन ब्रेक डाउन हो जाता है राइट शालिनी
नहीं होता है the protein
okay
casein is a protein molecule it cannot be broken down through this kefir process
okay yeah so this is my experience so you can buy it off Amazon. Okay, next question is from Surekha Shrivastava. What time of sunlight is good for vitamin D? What is legum? And any particular legume?
Legume. Okay.
Yeah.
So number one, so there is a lot of debate about sunlight and there are enough papers that say that the morning rays of sun are the best because they are rich in UV rays. There are enough studies which say that 10 to 12 is the best time. My recommendation is whatever time suits you, half an hour in the sun is perfect. It doesn't matter what time, because there are enough people saying this and there are enough people saying that. I have been using whatever is most convenient, and my family has had vitamin D3 levels falling. Every time they fall, we take a supplement called Calcirol. They're little sachets which have calcium with D3, and we take them. There is a stipulated way in which they have to be taken to ensure that your level is brought up to mark. And therefore, you should have a doctor supervising your intake of vitamin D3 supplements.
Okay. I would like to add to this. Vitamin D3 from sunlight, as Shalini already said, that multiple studies stating different things. What is happening is we hail from different parts of India.
Yes, yes, right.
So different parts of India receive sunlight at different angle.
Yeah.
So people who are near the equator will receive sunlight at a very different angle than the people in the north. So general practice, a safe practice and general practice is from 10 to 1 p.m. If you can expose your naked body, you need to understand that sitting in the sun alone is not going to produce the vitamin D. Your skin needs to be exposed to the sunlight directly. Only then it is able to make it. So like सर्दियों में हम धूप में बहुत बैठते हैं, but हमने ऊपर से लेके नीचे तक कपड़े पहने होते हैं 2 या 3 लेयर के, तो सनलाइट हमारे को विटामिन डी नहीं प्रोड्यूस करके देगी. So विटामिन डी अगर सनलाइट से आपको लेनी है, so from 10 to 1, that is the afternoon. The simple rule is कि आपकी हाइट से आपकी शेडो की लेंथ छोटी रहनी चाहिए. So if you are 5 feet tall, your shadow should not be more than 5 feet. Irrespective of what time zone you may live in, your shadow should not be more longer than 5 feet. It should be 4 feet, 3 feet, and so on. This is a simple rule you can follow.
And the other thing also, please remember, Ranjan, I'll just add, the sunlight should hit your body directly. So even if there is a glass window blocking the sunlight, you will lose the effective rays of the sun that make a difference to the vitamin D3 levels.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is, can we add amla juice in any juice or meal like dal or rice?
Yes, you can.
Answer is probably yes, you can. Okay.
स्वाद थोड़ा सा बिगड़ जाएगा क्योंकि आंवले जूस का स्वाद थोड़ा सा बिटर टाइप का होता है, बच्चों को बहुत अच्छा नहीं लगता, बट आप शुरू से आदत डाल दोगे तो बच्चा वो खाता रहेगा, वो सोचेगा ऐसे ही बनती है.
Dried amla recipe which you gave, that's the best way, in fact, because it's quite healthy and tasty also. Okay, Sukham is asking, Ishwinder, my son 22, he is going to work and is very cautious about COVID preventive measures. Is it safe to send him? You asked this question earlier also, we had answered it. Okay, we will answer it once again. On the whole, he enjoys good health. He's 22 years old, but during COVID, should he be allowed to go and work?
So
I think he works in a safe environment. That's what I'm understanding. Otherwise, he would not have been going out.
Right. So as long as social distancing is being maintained in his place of work, he and everyone around him is masked. And number 2, he sanitizes his hands frequently after touching external surfaces. He will be broadly safe. Every time he comes into the house, he should change his clothes, put them in for washing, and have a bath. सिर से पांव तक साबुन लगा के नहाना जरूरी होता है for anyone who's coming from outside, for their own health as well as the health of the people living in the family. So I would say, if you're taking care of his immunity, if his general health is okay, if there are no comorbidities, which means he doesn't have any heart conditions, he doesn't have any autoimmune disorders like hypertension or obesity, diabetes, or arthritis, then it's safe to send it.
Okay.
Okay. Good evening, Shalini. Good evening, Ranjan.
Hi.
I have now been told that we are running out of time. And the number of questions that Ranjan can rake up, no one can stop. Okay. So I think he's been amazing. Thank you, Shalini. I think you need to release a book on, recipes and give us ideas for little children and continue it so that we can put it up on our website, please, because parents' questions on immune systems, and there are so many questions on diet and food today, because there's nothing healthy anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever we look around us, we are in doubt about anything we touch. So I know how many questions Ranjan answers in a day, and now we are going to put you onto that list. That people can directly contact you and talk to you about any of their concerns.
Sure.
But I want to tell you that it has been an amazingly eye-opener, okay? So even though Bubbly is 40, I am still learning. Honestly, you were so good. But thank you so much for all of this. And I think
My pleasure.
this, Ranjan, we will make another session, because it's one session is just not enough for a subject like immunity and foods. Thank you both so much. Thank you, Ranjan, for taking up to be the host. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Shalini. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Ranjan.
So are we ending this right now?
Yes, we are. You want one more question, because we are running out of time.
We'll talk till as long as we have time. Then when we run out, it will end.
Yeah. So because she has to speak about malting, and that thing was there.
Okay, I'll tell you about malting quickly. So you all know what sprouting is. So you create circumstances and conditions in which a legume or a seed will give out its shoot. Malting is the process by which you delay the sprouting of a seed. Okay, get it? How do you delay it? So what do you do when you're sprouting? You soak the seed overnight, then you put it in a jar with the correct kind of humidity, or you wrap it in a towel, and you put it in a quiet spot, dark quiet spot, so that it will root, it will give out its sprout. Now what you do in this is you soak it for 8 hours, then you wrap it in a towel and keep it quietly away for 8 hours. After the 8 hours is up, you take the seed out and you wash it again with water, and you soak it again in water for 8 hours. Then you take it out, and again for 8 hours, you'll wrap it up in the towel. Then you will again, after 8 hours, take it out, soak it in water for 8 hours. Then again take it out and wrap it in a towel for 8 hours. By the time you do this 8 hours 3 times, what happens is that the seed is so frustrated, that legume is so frustrated, it is trying its level best to put that root out, and you are not letting that sprout to happen. So every nutrient in the seed, आप राजमा खाते हो कितनी heavy feeling होती है, चना खाते हो आप कहते हो कितनी farting हो रही है, because it bloats you. Why does it bloat you? Because it has a lot of carbs and starch and sugars in it. What you do with malting is you convert all these into protein. The seed will keep on converting every nutrient it finds into protein in an attempt to make the sprouting happen. But you are not letting the sprouting happen. So the seed is swollen up. It is only protein and nothing else. Then you boil it and cook it like you would cook any other, like you would cook it ordinarily. So I do it to my rajma, I do it to my chola, I do it to my kala chana, I do it to my soya bean. They say by weight, the protein in malted rajma or malted chickpeas is the same as the protein by weight in non-veg. It is that potent. Okay, so you will never face malnourishment or lack of protein on a vegan diet if you malt all the legumes you consume. For dals, it becomes cumbersome, but I do it to my kali urad, for example. I will just malt the seeds and then I will cook it. It becomes very tough to cook it. Huh? The pressure cooker whistles, if you were giving 4 to boil your rajma earlier, will now require 8. So it's cumbersome. But if you are struggling for your protein intake, then malting will resolve all that. Okay. Otherwise, if you haven't understood, please go download my book with all the recipes. You will get this recipe of malting also in it. Free me.
Okay. One last question. What is the natural form of B12 we should take instead of supplements?
So I just explained, B12 is just present in, yeah. So सो आप सड़क पे जाके चाट खा लो, उसमें थोड़ी सी B12 आ जाएगी, क्योंकि उसने कहीं पे स्क्रैच किया होगा, उसकी फिंगर नेल से वो चला जाएगा. But basically B12 is a little difficult in a vegetarian diet. Non-veg में B12 मिल जाता है because वो animals के through आपको मिल रहा है.
Okay. Okay. So we have finished the questions, and I think it was a fantastic session. We were able to stretch the session, and quite a fantastic session, I would say. As Rekha ji mentioned, that we need to have more such session. Yeah, more such session.
Yeah, it's been a long
Poonam
time.
is asking, what is the name of the book?
Hungry to Heal. So I am really hungry to heal my family. Hungry to Heal.
Okay. It's available at Amazon, right?
Yes, Amazon.in. It's a free download on Kindle.
Can we have that translated into Hindi?
Ah, sure. Go ahead. I don't know how I will find time to do it, but aap karwa lo, no problems at all.
We have somebody who will translate it. So we need your permission. We'll send you a mail and we can have, make it into a Hindi booklet. Okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Shalini.
Not a
Great.
problem.
Great.
Bye. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. We'll have you again and again. We're not leaving you.
Sure. Anytime. Bye, Ranjan. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for your patience. Bye.
Bye.